She's not involved in a billions and billions of dollar crypto scheme
No,
scandal.
she's even worse.
Okay?
She's the kind of person that will arrest
she's
a
not.
mother taking
That's
care of a
insane.
child
You gotta let me
for
finish.
having cancer.
Dennis,
okay?
okay.
That's the
So,
kind
Dennis,
of
That Kamala did that? She arrested a mother just because that mother was taking care of a child that had cancer? That's pretty horrible. Jesus. Ryan Shapiro debating on modern day debate. Oh, the deaf Noodles guy.
By the way, you mentioned Epstein. Let's talk
Are you going to try a relative pitch interval quiz? If there's a daily on it, I'll do it.
about that. So I don't know if you're aware of this.
No. Answer your own question. Why did she flub it? Because you asked a question, you didn't answer it. You pivoted to something else.
Sure. The reason why she...
Go ahead and
Hey,
speculate.
that's me.
It's not step down sooner, but that's not what this debate is about. And I can get
terms with having grown up.
Dennis just said, and I'll start by saying this.
All her daddy podcast, which ultimately just floundered. She couldn't even come to terms with having an unscripted interview with Joe Rogan. That's how terrified she is of going off of the regular talking points. You mentioned tariffs. It's interesting because Kamala Harris isn't necessarily against tariffs. She is. She's against the tariffs in the sense of imposing our commercial, negotiations on
Who's breathing? Hello? Is somebody dying?
top of for better commercial negotiations. She's actually for tariffs when it comes to electric EV mandates, when it comes to these sorts of woke environmental policies that have crippled my state of California, that you can't even change your garage door without having to get 9 inspections on it. That's what Kamala Harris, that's what her vision for the whole country is. So yeah, it's funny you bring up all these points. You just had a whole bunch of word vomit for about 5 minutes where you just...
Are we not at war? Are we not at war with Iran?
We are at war.
Are we not?
I very much,
was that word
very
vomit?
much disavow the war. I don't think it's a good idea. I have called Trump
I don't
out
think it
from
is
the
either.
beginning. I'm part of that coalition within the
Can I
Republican
ask you,
Party.
Dennis? Dennis, can I ask you?
Dennis.
Can I ask you, Dennis? Who was the guy who said he was going to be a war-free peace president and there was going to be no types of regime change? I'm sorry. Who was the guy who said that?
Who was that?
Trust me, I'm equally critical of Trump, and this is the difference.
I don't think you are. I don't think you are.
This is the difference between the Republican Party and the Democrat Party. We can actually be critical of our leaders. You guys demonstrated during this last election that whoever you put up, whoever you anoint as leader of your party, whether through a Democratic primary or not, whether it's somebody appointed by an elite, you guys all get behind that person and you create this echo chamber where no criticism is allowed. I am critical.
So you don't...
You're really, bro? Really?
Wrong.
So is Massey, so is Marjorie Taylor Greene, so are many other people in our coalition.
Massey and Marjorie Taylor Greene, who are part of your coalition? Massey is the most hated person by Donald Trump, and Marjorie Taylor Greene literally resigned. What are you talking about? What?
Well, first of all, Marjorie Taylor Greene has been critical because Donald Trump didn't endorse her. We're talking about 1 or 2% of elected officials that are Republicans, who, by the way, have an opportunity to stop this war, but they don't have the backbone to do it. I've been very critical of the Democrat Party. I was very critical of Joe Biden. He should have stepped down sooner. If you want to talk about word vomit, you just talked about some podcast that Kamala was in that she spent a lot of money for, but you don't talk about
You don't think that level of spending and mismanagement
Hold
of
on,
donor
let's
money
talk
is
about that.
representative of bad governance?
Let's talk
how
about
awful
that.
she would be with money and governance?
Sure. But I'm not going to talk about some podcast.
You agree to that?
What I'm going to, hold on. I'm not going to talk about some podcast. I'm going to talk about the fact that when Donald Trump was president, he got his $8.2 trillion in debt. But, you'll equally go after both sides, but you want to talk about some stupid podcast.
Well, let's talk about how inflation went out of control when Kamala Harris was
vice president. Dennis, before we talk about that.
The borders are, but she was actually appointed. She had a special appointment from the president.
I'm happy.
President Biden to take care of the border.
Dennis,
and
could you turn your mic up just a little bit,
20 million people entered
sir?
the country during that period.
Dennis.
Yeah, so
Go ahead.
Could you turn your mic up just a little bit?
A tad? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm happy to talk about what Dennis just said, and I'll start by saying this. Joe Biden didn't ask, or it wasn't his choice to get us into a global pandemic. He took that over. He also didn't ask Vladimir Putin to invade Ukraine. But you see, when Joe Biden is president of the United States, you guys forget about cause. Hold on. You guys forget about cause and effect. Just give me another 30 seconds here. Donald Trump decided to go to war in Iran, a very unpopular...
He didn't decide. That's number one. That's not even... Not,
true. Look, Netanyahu did. True.
The most charitable take on this, the most charitable person who's seen everything play out wouldn't agree with you that he decided. Even Marco Rubio, Tom Cotton, Speaker Johnson all said it was a
very credible people
because Israel
and where's the evidence?
was going to attack Iran, and we preemptively struck so that we protected American interests.
What? Israel was going to attack Iran, so we had to do it first? What? How? What is this line of logic? What?
Just in the area.
Dennis, where's the evidence?
Guess who didn't do that when Russia invaded Ukraine? Guess who
So we should have attacked Russia or Ukraine? It doesn't even make sense. Oh my God.
didn't do that?
Rubio said this on day 2. Okay.
First of all, hold on. Let's stick with Iran for a moment.
Okay.
Again,
Kamala, she wouldn't have done it. You know what her foreign policy is? You know what? You remember that interview where she's asked, "Oh, what would you do in this?" She's like, "Just don't." That's her foreign policy.
Again,
she's some middle school teacher.
Again, that's not true. So basically what you're saying, based with no evidence, Marco Rubio, Pete Hegseth, nobody in the Trump administration has presented any evidence that Iran was an imminent threat to the United States of America. None. Zero. But yet
I agree on that. I agree.
Okay.
Not only do I agree on that, but I also don't like the hypocritical stance of claiming that the bunker buster bombs had taken care of the job, and all of a sudden we have to go back in to finish out the job.
So then why are you
saying hypocrisy there?
You're making my argument. You're making my argument for me. Then it was Donald Trump's choice.
For you. I'm
yes,
not
you are.
Being partisan, and I'm recognizing the truth of the situation. This is the problem with Democrats and people. This is why you are sitting here. And
this is really the Merck's Law thing. I think I've heard that before, and I have talked about this before, but I need to focus on this more. One of the biggest, Merck's Law is like the biggest failing in American politics is seeing the Democrats as having like the ultimate agency and Republicans as having no agency. Listen how far out of the way we're going here to explain why Trump had to attack Iran. Like it's all responsive to everything. Like Israel was going to attack first. I'm sorry, Trump can't tell them to off? What is all this rhetoric I've heard about Trump being unpredictable and terrifying to deal with because he's just such a crazy madman and he can bully around the entire rest of the world? Okay, then he has no control whatsoever on the countries that are supposed to be closest to us? What?
Disingenuously arguing in favor of one of the worst leaders in the history of this country, Kamala Harris, because you guys are so partisan. You'll say, "No, I take criticism."
Okay, so hold on.
We got to back up. In line, and you're defending the person that the
talk about the projection there, falling in line. My God.
The plurality.
Let me be clear.
She lost every swing state. Do you
understand
let me be clear. How you're arguing a losing battle? Nobody thought she was good.
Yeah. So Dennis, let me just give me a minute here. First of all, Dennis doesn't know much about me, and that's okay. I'll fill him in on something. Dennis, I'm not even a Democrat. I lean to the left on social issues. I did not vote for Barack Obama. I did not vote for Hillary Clinton. So it's not you guys. You got to stop saying that. I do lean to the left on social issues. Let me be very clear.
What
I would have voted for.
As?
I'm a registered independent. I would have voted for a ham sandwich under Donald Trump rather than Donald Trump. Do you want to know why?
Here's a fun fact.
I'll tell you why. Well,
here's a fun fact.
I was an independent too.
It'll add to your thing. I'm running for office in California as a Republican.
I know you were.
But I rejected the endorsement of my party, but I have received an endorsement from the American Independent Party.
Wow.
So
okay, good. So first of all, the reason why I'm saying Kamala would have been a better president, I never said Kamala was perfect or she would have been great. But here's something I will tell you. Kamala Harris is not a liable sexual abuser. She's not a 34-count felon. She's not involved in a billions and billions of dollar crypto scheme scandal.
She's even worse.
Okay?
She's the kind of person that will arrest
she's
a
not.
mother
Hold on. Okay.
taking care of a
insane.
child
You gotta let me
for
finish.
having cancer.
Dennis,
okay?
That's the kind
Dennis, Kamala did that? She arrested a mother just because that mother was taking care of a child that had cancer? That's pretty horrible. Jesus.
For truancy.
Dennis, if you really want to...
Even worse.
Yeah. Dennis, if you really want to compare the moral equivalency of Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, who, by the way, is in the Epstein files more times than Jesus' name is in the Bible, I'm happy to have that conversation with you.
That's a complete straw man.
Okay, you voted for a guy who is a liable sexual abuser. You voted for a guy whose own ex-wife said that he her. You voted for a guy who is a scam artist, whether it's Trump University. I can go down the list of the discrimination lawsuits that he had to pay out over time. You voted for the guy who said
how bad Kamala Harris is.
You voted for
me.
No,
I'll
tell you what it says. No, I'll tell you what it says.
71 million Americans voted.
I'll tell you what it says. It shows
72 million Americans voted for him.
I'll tell you what it says.
The majority of Americans, every swing state.
No, not true.
That's how bad Kamala Harris was. That's how awful she was.
Sorry about that. It also exposes how ignorant and ill-informed so many people in this country are. And by the way, 49
countries ignorant.
49.
Really?
Hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish. First of all,
that's actually disgusting.
Everything, Dennis. Everything you say,
would call half the country ignorant.
Dennis, you gotta let Dennis. You gotta let me finish, Dennis. You gotta let me finish.
Dennis.
First of all,
Dennis.
Half the country didn't vote for Donald Trump. For the people that voted,
more than half the country, yes.
Dude, you gotta let me talk for more than 10 seconds, man. It's like every 5 or 10 seconds.
All right. I got you.
I don't think we have to do this. I've done plenty of debates like this. I don't think we need to do that. You got to let me finish.
I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
Thank you. 49% of the people who voted for Donald Trump. Okay. And if we're going to go to half the country right now, he's in the low 30s and a lot of people regret their vote. Okay. So don't give me the nonsense that, if there's one thing that Donald Trump exposed, it's how many stupid people there are in this country. And we wouldn't be in this war right now if so many people didn't vote. Now, a lot of people didn't vote for Kamala because she was a woman. I think a lot of people were not ready for that, unfortunately, and it's very, very sad. But the fact of the matter is, if it's between Trump and Kamala's not on the Epstein files thousands of times. Kamala doesn't have 25 people that have accused her of rape or sexual assault. She's not a liable sexual abuser. Last I checked, she hasn't made billions and billions of dollars in a swindling crypto scandal. So if you want to compare the moral equivalency between Kamala Harris, who, by the way, is a pretty good mother and a pretty good wife, and a decent human being. If you want to talk about policy, I'm happy to go into that with you. But please don't try to conflate the morals, who Donald Trump, who said, I don't respect John McCain because he was captured, who dodged the military multiple times. You're going to lose that argument, dude. You're going to lose that argument.
Well, I think it's ironic that you bring up the Epstein files, considering that
they didn't release them.
The ability to release it and refuse to.
Same talking points.
Had to come up to the guy
Same
who's apparently on as many times as you say he is to do it. By the way, it's a complete straw man to actually even mention it like that. I thought you would have learned from trying to say this to Kai. Kai Schwemmer completely owned you on that one. He demonstrated the length of first off the length of the Bible versus the 3 million pages of Epstein files. Next. The majority of the mentions of Trump, it's mostly Epstein trying to figure out how to take Trump down. Epstein hated Trump, and it's been well documented. Now, obviously, I'm not sitting here
everybody knows
trying to litigate every single thing Trump has done. He's a morally flawed person.
Morally flawed.
But that's not why myself and the vast majority of Americans in every swing state voted for Trump. It's because the entire country recognized that we needed leadership, and Kamala Harris just wasn't the person to do it. And obviously there's an argument to be made about when he came into office versus where he is at now. I obviously there are a lot of decisions of his, especially as of late, especially getting involved in the Iran war, that I personally do not agree with. Even the rollout of the Epstein files, I thought that was a disaster. Pam Bondi completely flubbed that one.
Why did she do that? Why do you think she flubbed it? Who was she protecting, Dennis?
We can sit here and speculate all day. It's flubbed. I'm grateful she's been fired. I don't know, dude. I don't know why she flubbed.
You don't know? Let me ask you a question. By the way, you mentioned Epstein. Let's talk about that. So I don't know if you're aware of this.
No. Answer your own question. Why did she flub it? Because you asked a question, you didn't answer it. You pivoted to something else.
Sure. The reason why
go ahead and speculate.
Sure. It's not speculation. When Kash Patel was asked under oath 8 times, did you tell Pam Bondi that Donald Trump is in the Epstein files? 8 times he refused to answer the question. Do you want to know why? Because they all knew he was all over the Epstein files. It's why millions of files have still not been released. It's why so many files have been redacted that we know have Donald Trump's name in it. And going back to Ghislaine Maxwell.
And that's absolutely disgraceful. It really is.
Thank you. I'm glad we agree on that. Let's talk about
Ghislaine. The volume. Guys.
You need to go up more?
How is it that Modern Day Debate has been doing this for like 5 years? They still haven't figured out like the basics of like Zoom. Guys, come on. James. I know Mike is talking to somebody.
I'm all maxed out here, so you guys let me know if you need me to go up more.
You're being. It's George Soros. They're silencing you. It's George Soros.
They're silencing me. Oh, no.
So Ghislaine Maxwell, let's talk about her for a moment because you mentioned the Joe Biden administration. Are you aware that Maxwell was not only under investigation during the Biden administration, but those files were sealed up during the trial and after the trial when, in fact, she was appealing? Now, listen, if there's any president that could have released the files and didn't, I think that's wrong. But I can tell you one thing. Somebody who's not in those files, since we're talking about Kamala Harris, she's not in the Epstein files and she wasn't partying with Jeffrey Epstein and she wasn't Jeffrey Epstein's best friend. That's the bottom line here. So here's what we have. We have a war that we both agree on. Shouldn't be happening, and I'm glad we agree on that. We have a situation where so many MAGA supporters were almost excited, maybe there's a better word to describe it, of these binders and these morons that were outside in D.C. with these binders. Phase 1, Phase 2 never came. We were told that Donald Trump only hires the best people. Kristi Noem was an absolute disaster. Pam Bondi was an absolute disaster.
Look, here's the thing. We can agree on a lot of these things. I think that you'll find that there are a lot of people in the MAGA movement that are very unhappy with the direction that Trump is taking. Kristi Noem was an absolute disaster. Look, the fact that she spent $1 million on a single photo shoot, and it was mostly advertisements. I mean, I was just at the airport the other day flying back from Dallas, and I saw the ads. It's almost like a joke. Like, look, Republicans are on the same side as you on this. We want an effective country. We want an effective executive.
And you think?
Look,
and you think Mark Wayne Mullen?
I do hope the Democrats take some level of accountability for their sanctuary laws, which is something that Kamala Harris supported. Which is, you allow 20-something million people into the country in just a couple of years, and then all of a sudden you do everything you can to obstruct the illegal immigration enforcement inside the country. You go as far as Tim Walz and Jacob Frey, Mayor Frey out of Minnesota, and you're refusing to cooperate with the federal government, which is ultimately what the goal of sanctuary laws are. And that's something that Kamala Harris supported. So if she had actually been president, we would have seen it go from 20 million illegal aliens
to
over
50
just a few
million
years to possibly even more. Who knows how many would have entered the country by
500
now.
million.
I'm happy to talk to you
Our
about that.
social safety net, everything about the country would have just completely collapsed.
I'm happy to talk to you about that. First of all, if Kamala Harris was president, Renee Good and Alex Preddy would still be alive today. That's number one. Number two, per capita in this country, you have the better chance of being the victim of a crime from an American citizen than you do an undocumented immigrant. Number three, people's
no, that's false.
no, that's not false. You could look that up. First, third, and fourth
Per capita
amendment.
is not true.
First, third, and fourth amendment rights being taken away from American citizens. It's why Bovino just retired. It's why they had to go in there and call off the troops, for lack of a better term. People were being barged into their homes without a warrant. It has been seen on video. So this is the immigration issue is an issue that we've had in this country for a very, very long time. But I'll tell you one thing.
And it's been exacerbated by people like Kamala.
Okay, well, I would also bring up George W. Bush, and I go back to the vice presidency again because you keep failing to understand the basics of this, which is the vice president is not a policymaker. If you want to blame Joe Biden and say
so this is what you're ignoring. Yes, the vice president is not a policymaker. They're the tie-breaking vote on the Senate, but they can have special appointments from the president, which is something you're refusing to acknowledge. This is on the record. She received a special appointment by President Biden, to oversee the border.
All she can do when they say like borders are, well, I'm pretty sure all you can do is like go talk to people or whatever, but you still have to go back to the White House and ask them for resources or things. It's not like they get any special like non-congressionally appointed or non-constitutionally appointed powers to do things, right?
Had an insanely out of control border crisis. I'm sure you remember this when Greg Abbott tried to shut down the Texas border and Joe Biden sent in the trucks to open up the border again. Okay, he had Kamala Harris as one of the people on a special appointment taking care of the border. So to ignore that is to almost, it makes your point null. So
I disagree with you. First of all, I'll mention again, Mayorkas was the
Georgia special elections. Look at the votes. Oh, I have to kill these stupid graves. Georgie's 14th congressional district special runoff election results. It looks like Clay Fuller, a Republican, is going to win, but it's shifted 23 points since the election in 2024. Or all of these are different counties that voted. Gotcha. Big shifts. Well, pretty spooky.
The borders are number one. Number two, I've criticized the Biden administration. I don't think they did a good job at immigration enforcement and the border. But I would also say Donald Trump has done just as bad a job at enforcing it. You have ICE agents who have 47 days of training. What happened in Minneapolis is a travesty. You have a bunch of people that are unqualified, that are not prepared for the job, and it's why Bovino has just retired. He retired as a disgrace. So we can talk about ICE and we can talk about the lack of or the job that they have done. And then after Renee Good is shot and, in my opinion, murdered, there's no full-on investigation, and Jonathan Ross is now a millionaire because a bunch of right-wing MAGA buffoons sent him a bunch of money with no full investigation into what happened. And the Alex Preddy shooting, absolutely unjustified as well. Listen, I want, just like most people in this country want, if you're a violent criminal or even a felon and you're undocumented, I believe you should be deported. But there are people in this country 10, 20, 30, 40 years that have families here, and there has to be an easier pathway to citizenship. There's one party that makes it more difficult, and that's the Republican Party. People 10, 15 years to become legalized citizens. Guess what? That needs to change. And I always hear from Republicans, we want you coming in this country. We just want you to come in the right way. Okay, then why don't you make it a little bit easier? I want everybody to be vetted. I have no problem with that. But it shouldn't take 10 or 15 years for people to become naturalized citizens. Oh yeah, by the way, I would assume, Dennis, you care about our Constitution. Then why don't you call out the Trump administration for breaking the law and deporting people that are from Mexico, that are filing the correct paperwork, that are seeking asylum, and the Trump administration, they're literally deporting those people. It's against the law.
Here's the thing.
Call that out.
I think it's, you're talking about the Republican Party. You're ignoring the history of this country. I mean, I don't agree with this, but
Founded on immigrants?
Ronald Reagan did mass amnesty. Millions of people were immediately, fast forwarded. So you're just being either completely.
I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about right now.
Let me finish my point. The best Democrats could ever do was DACA, which was just a temporary Band-Aid, which still hasn't really solved the situation for the folks that are in that gray zone area. So I mean, it's just historically your point is just ignorant. Outside of that, I think it's important.
Like, hasn't Trump shit on Reagan multiple times? Like, why are they even bringing this up now? What?
To look at something. You're talking about policy. Let's talk about policy that Kamala Harris supported. You still haven't answered for this. Part of the reason why Renee Good, why Alex Preddy are no longer with us, why we saw immigration enforcement play out in the streets in the manner in which it did, is because of sanctuary policies. Because sanctuary policies allow for a breakdown. Is this news to you? Sanctuary policies and allow. So let me explain something to you, since this is news to you. Before sanctuary policies, and this is a discussion that played out at length here in California before it became statewide policy. Before sanctuary policies, when somebody was arrested, the police department that was arresting them would look at their immigration status and would call ICE in case there was some question about their immigration status, and ICE would make a determination whether or not to deport that person. All of this happened behind the scenes inside a jail without playing out on the streets. In fact, one of the main concerns when this law was passed here in California many years ago was that this would break down that cooperation and would cause enforcement, interior removals to play out on the street as they're playing out now and have played out over the past
so I disagree.
So
Dennis, I disagree.
Kamala Harris supports sanctuary policies. You still have an answer to that. That breaks down the cooperation between the state, the county, and the federal government. I think it's time for you to take accountability for that.
Yeah, you just said something that is completely not factually accurate. The reason why Renee Good was shot and killed had nothing to do with sanctuary policies and had everything to do with officers who are not properly trained to be in those situations. Hold on. No, it's not a straw man. It's direct evidence.
Because it's not what I'm arguing. I'm saying if the policy wasn't in place, it wouldn't be playing out.
Hold on. You're the one who just said, quote, the reason why Preddy and Good were killed is because of sanctuary policies. The reason why Alex Preddy is because you had a bunch of goons wearing masks that were 1,500 miles.
Goons? Are we gooning?
Agents, by the way, that were 1,500 miles from the border, acting like thugs. And then you had members. And then you had frisky. Again, you keep saying straw man, but you don't want to actually address why they were killed. And then you have a bunch of goons wearing.
I'm talking about the policy. You refuse to acknowledge the effect of policy.
Then you should not have brought up both of their names. The reason why they were killed is because you have a bunch of goons wearing.
If sanctuary policies weren't in place, then this sort of interior removal wouldn't be playing out in the streets. Thus, you don't have activists blocking ICE. Thus, you don't have these violent situations play out.
Okay, so first of all, Alex Preddy was not blocking ICE. That's also not factually accurate.
No, in fact, he was obstructing justice.
Absolutely not.
He was standing between ICE agents and women, then he resisted arrest.
Okay, so first of all, that is 100% factually inaccurate for everybody that watched the video. Okay, first of all, what he did was he was helping a woman get up, and the ICE officers approached him. And when you have 4 or 5 officers immediately pepper spray him at close length, which you're not trained to do, and then push him to the ground and start kicking and punching him, I don't really know what you mean by resisting arrest. Alex Preddy didn't deserve to be shot in the street. By the way, Alex Preddy,
he did not deserve to be shot. I agree with
that. Well, guess what? Stephen Miller called him an assassin. Kristi Noem called him a domestic terrorist. They did the same thing with Renee Good. It is despicable and it is disgusting. By the way, both of these people, no criminal record. At worst case scenario, maybe you could have cited Renee Good for a misdemeanor. This is by far brutality, and in my personal opinion, murder, okay? Murder. Now, I would ask you a question, and I'm going to go back to January 6th now to see if you're consistent. Would you say that January 6th happens if Donald Trump doesn't lie about the 2020 election?
He didn't lie, bro.
In what sense it happened? Specifically, your question is so broad and vague. So, you talking to me?
You talking to me?
Let me see. You want me to turn it up? I don't know if I have turned my audio down. Oh, here, I can just turn it up manually in here. Is that better? Okay, cool.
Okay, good. So my question to Dennis, and I'll explain why I'm asking in a moment because we're talking about Kamala and Trump.
Bro, this has to be a troll. Somebody's trolling. I don't know who, but somebody's trolling.
You didn't?
I was a registered independent before that too, so I was on the same boat as you. Okay, first election around, even though and I'm clarifying this because you just made an assumption. First election around, I liked Trump. I didn't like his tone. I actually ended up voting third party at that point. 2020, I couldn't vote for either. I was pissed off with Trump over the COVID stuff, and Joe Biden just looked like a corpse. So I only voted for Trump in the last time around.
Okay, thank you for clarifying that. I did make an assertion, but hey, you assumed I'm a Democrat, so we're even now. Thank you for clearing
that up.
Even. Fair enough. Okay, well, I'm actually glad to hear that. So after the January 6th insurrection, you still voted for Trump. So my question to you is very simple. If Trump doesn't lie about the 2020 election, does January 6th happen, yes or no?
Well, first off, you got to tell me how he lied. What lie specifically was said?
Did Joe Biden win a free and fair election in 2020?
No, I believe that there are several issues that played out with the 2020 election. Okay. And there has been extensive investigation, specifically in Arizona.
Really?
What's that?
So hold on. I didn't ask you if there were issues. There's going to be issues in every election. I understand that.
You said a free and fair election. To me, if there are issues in an election, it's not a fair election.
Got you. So was there any evidence of widespread voter fraud that anybody has found that could have overturned the outcome of the 2020 election?
There are definitely questions with the voting machines, yes, and there are definitely questions with other.
I didn't ask you if there were questions. Let me repeat my question. Is there any proven evidence of widespread voter fraud that could have changed the outcome of the 2020 election?
Stuff is still playing out in court. It takes years for this.
What's playing out in court? What's playing out in court about widespread
investigation in Arizona? I know for a fact that just in California alone, we're investigating, and I'm actually part of a lawsuit with the Libertarian Party that we're actually suing the state over our mail-in ballot system because of the mass amount of fraud that plays out. If Trump actively playing out beyond 2020 just raised a lot of questions for a lot of people.
Dennis, if Trump won Arizona, does he win the election?
I don't remember specifically how
the answer is no. The answer is no. So let me ask the same question again. Even if he wins Arizona, which by the way has not been proven in a court of law, is there evidence right now of widespread voter fraud that could have changed the outcome of the election? It's a very simple question that you're not answering.
Well, I just explained it to you.
No, I'm giving you Arizona. By the way, that
you're conceding Arizona. Okay. Well, there is enough evidence of voter fraud in elections in general. Okay, for there to be questions about every election.
Dennis,
from 2020 is just one example. It was just the one at scale that we saw it play out at a huge scale. I mean, like I said, there are lawsuits right now in California over mail-in ballot. There was a case a few months ago of a woman who registered her golden retriever, and her golden retriever voted twice.
Yes. Yeah. Right. Okay. So Dennis, the Earth is not flat. and there's no evidence of widespread voter fraud that the election was stolen. And the reason why, which I'm amazed that you can't admit, even if Donald Trump won Arizona, he still loses the election. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because Donald Trump had 61 chances in a courtroom.
By the way, Joe Biden was more popular than Barack Obama.
Okay. So first of all, it's not what I believe. It's facts versus fiction. Okay. We were in a. I'm answering your question. I'll answer your question. I'll answer your question.
So you actually believe that it is so here's the thing. You're advocating for a
Okay, if the volume changes one more time, I'll exit out. I don't understand what is happening. I don't know what the host is doing here. This is so ridiculous.
Electoral system.
Dumb statement.
Just because a fact hasn't been properly questioned yet or gone through an investigative process yet, then all of a sudden that means that it's 100% true that there was no fraud.
Okay, we're good. I don't understand how this is so hard. This is epic troll though. Epic. What is this? I'm asking.
Remotely connected.
Ask me in 6 months. Oh, and ask me in 6 months. What was the date on this? So you made this post. I'd like to add this DGG chat message. Remind me about the same thing. Hopefully it'll jog his old man memory. Ask me in 6 months. Bookmark this one. The only other crazier thing that can happen in my life at this point is me getting murdered. Good luck, brave memer. October 24th. Huh. Oh, this is when the Rose deposition happened, probably. Oh, that's what this is probably about then, yeah. Oh, yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah, maybe? Yeah, that's my guess. It's got to be related to that. Cut a liberal and a fascist bleeds. What is this? Oh, apparently this person retweeted or reposted something of mine, and I guess all the Hassan dick sucks ran to them to tell them how evil I was. I reposted a streamer's comment today, it was me, because he said that voting for Harris was the easiest decision in the history of decisions, or something of that ilk. However, then learned that this streamer is, too, at the very least, quite problematic. So I deleted. I apologize. Jesus Christ. I never let tankies or anyone else bully me, lol, and I suspect you're trying to pull a little manipulation right now. Some friend cited some concern, so I deleted. Destiny isn't problematic at all. I think you can say problematic depending on what you're talking about. It's probably a fair way to describe some of my takes, like stance on the word retard or whatever. I would never say that like I'm not problematic, but I would say I'm not like a pedophile. That would be Jesus.
So I'm not gonna influence people, and I know that, and I know there's a responsibility there. So I'm not going to go around speaking about Iran when I haven't done the proper amount of research, because I come back and I think, you know, how much research have I done? How long has it taken me to form a solid opinion about looks? Years, right? Politics, I haven't spent nearly the same amount of time talking about anything along those lines.
Hey, you know, my mom always tell me, well, really, this is a common thing you're told anyway. You could tell your opinions on everything are usually welcome, but you got to stay out of politics. You got to stay out of religion. Those things people have developed. These are decades and centuries of, you know, historical, like ancestral feelings that have now. That if you think you're just.
Do you think a manifesto is even going to help against these people? I see you being manipulated all the time. I still see people claim you're a domestic abuser and you choked out your wife. Actual crazy shit that's been disproven yours. Those claims are not anywhere near as widespread as enough. When whatever the court case ends or gets dismissed, when you can point to something solid like that, then the onus switches to them to try to explain it all, which is really difficult. Right now, you got to say there's an active court case against me, which is true. But if there's like a dismissal, then it's on to them to explain why. Well, actually, this is why the court got it wrong, you know, which is a much harder task for them.
Breaking it down like real quick, like, oh, 2 and 2 makes 4 is like, no, but
there's real emotion behind it.
Yeah.
And yeah, you don't want to get involved. And there's a lot of other reasons besides, you know, it just being difficult to form a media career on why I don't talk about politics. They're simply not going to get you anywhere year.
I'm sorry, okay, I don't care about this. What, Medi? Is the manifesto stuff going to include the Mr. Girl and Anna Voir stuff? That's the other stuff that gets brought up a lot. It only gets brought up with the logistical crowd, but like the responses to that should be way more simple than people try to make it out to be. Like, you don't have to get into all of the minutiae and everything. Anna was a 30-year-old woman who relentlessly pursued me over and over and over again. At no point did she have to. She could have just stopped messaging me. The idea that there was like some massively, hugely abusive back and forth here or whatever is just retarded as fuck. This was an adult. This person pursued me and maintained lines of communication with me over and over and over again. They could have stopped at any point in time. The idea that there was some crazy shit is just retarded. The person just also happened to be addicted to public attention and was insanely dramatic, and then also got weaponized by Mr. Girl and Lav and other people who wanted to use her narrative or whatever over and over and over again. Wait, wasn't she in college? I could have sworn she was taking college classes. She was working on her master's for her to do therapy or whatever, which I think she does now for other people. So. There's that people obsess over that because they try to make it out into some crazy scenario, as opposed to Gisticle, who was throwing Cherry onto his stream every single day while secretly dating her and having her committed to a mental institution for suicidality, and then flying her out to Canada to weaponize her claims against me while secretly dating her and telling her privately that he would be her Dr. K to make sure that she was mentally stable and safe enough to come onto his stream so that he could milk her for content against me. That's insane to me. That's crazy. That's wild to me. But hey, you know, it is what it is. What are you going to do? This is might be the dumbest Medi tweet I've read so far. Oh no. It's astonishing that you, a world leader who many respected for standing up to an illegal attack on your country, now support an illegal attack on another country. It completely kills your credibility. Right now, Iran is Ukraine. You may not like to hear that, but that is a fact. Holy shit. Jesus. Never mind. Okay. It's all good.
You stop right there, Buster. I'm approaching with intention to mug you. Now show me your wallet. By God, I can't believe it. You're missing $100 in here. I already know where it went, pal. And it breaks my heart. You put $100 down to pre-order the T1 Trump phone, didn't you? And now you still have nothing to show for it, just an empty hole in your wallet where dreams once were. You know what? Take it back. You've been through enough. You've already been robbed. That's right, the T1 Trump phone, we're checking in on it again. It was supposed to come out in summer of 2025, then it was supposed to come out at the end of 2025, then it was supposed to come out in the beginning of 2026. It is April 6, 2026. Still, nowhere to be seen.
What?
And curiously, not only is it nowhere to be seen, but it is still complete radio silence from Trump himself and Trump Mobile as an organization. They haven't squeaked out a peep about where the T1 phone is. More than happy to accept hundreds of dollars from tons and tons of Americans, yet not too gung-ho about actually delivering that product, or at least keeping you updated on the whereabouts of it. This will be my third time checking in with the Trump Mobile support staff to see where it is. I feel like I'd have a better chance locating DB Cooper than I would locating a single golden Trump phone, the T1 device. I don't want to just regurgitate the lore, but the cliff notes are Trump advertised the T1, a golden phone for Trump Mobile, a $500 phone that has all the bells and whistles, and it was going to be made right here in America, the land of the free, the land where Jesus was born, baby. And then it never happened. Also, they then removed that messaging off their website when they realized they couldn't make the phone they were advertising in the States at that price point. It was literally impossible. It is going to have to be made overseas. All phones like this are overseas. It's just not possible to be made here. So they had to completely strike that from their website that it was American made. Now they tout that it is American proud design. It is a proudly American design as opposed to American made.
Oh,
and
so
even
Charlie
still,
hates America.
It doesn't
That's what
exist.
I'm getting.
I have not seen a single piece of evidence to confirm that there is actually a T1 device anywhere on this planet. I don't even think God could get his hands on it.
What? If you electrocute your turrets and shit, they do extra stuff? Why doesn't it say that anywhere? Does it say that anywhere? What the fuck?
On one right now if he asked, which is extremely shocking to me because I thought for sure he'd do the classic Trump thing of just grabbing some dog shit from China and drop shipping it over here for a huge markup. But he's not even doing that much, not even doing like the bare bottom tiddlywinks of providing a product for money. Like with the Trump Bible, the signed Trump Bible that, $60 up to $1,000 if you want like the inside cover signed by Trump. Those are made in China for $3 a pop and sold here for $60 to $1,000. I was expecting something similar for the T1 device here, but not even that is on the plate. So anyway, this is going to be my third time checking in with support to see where it is, because when I called them a month ago, I was assured by the customer support representative that they were shipping at the end of the month, March. That's when the phones were coming, end of March. It's April now, still no phones, still no pickles, and I can't find anyone out there that has one, so let's give them a ring. Let's get them on the horn and see what the holdup is. Well, last month when I called about my Trump Mobile device, the support representative told me that it would be ready at the end of the month, but they missed that window. I'm assuming something went awry with UPS, so it's probably on its way, but I just want to double check.
Thank you for calling Trump Mobile. For English, press 1. Para español, oprima el
English,
número dos.
please.
It is a little ironic that they have like a for Spanish speakers line on the guy who's trying to make English the national language or whatever. That is pretty funny.
1 to open a new Trump Mobile account. Otherwise, press 2 for support with an existing Trump Mobile account.
That's me.
Thank you for calling Trump Mobile. Your call is very important to us. To ensure the highest level of customer care, This call may be recorded for quality control and training purposes. Please hold, and our next available representative will be with you shortly. You can also visit our website at www.trumpmobile.com to apply for a new account or access your personal account portal.
All right, now we wait. They're not even piping in the waiting music this time around.
Hello, this is Michaela with Trump Mobile. How can I assist you today?
Hi, yes, I just wanted to check on the status of my Trump mobile device.
Hello?
Hello?
Sorry, I can't hear you. Bye.
Hello?
Cut him off. Hang up. Hang up.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello, this is Michaela. Can you hear me? Are you able to hear me?
Yes, Michaela, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Hello?
You come here.
What?
What?
Is there a
Hello?
demon on the phone? Hello?
Yeah, but you good.
Hello?
Hello, this is Michaela. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Hello?
She's using a Trump
Hello?
phone.
Hello? Help! I'm scared. Hello? Am I being pranked? What is going on here? Should I call back? Hello?
Trolled. Epic.
Hello?
Wait.
Okay, I'm just gonna try calling back. I guess even the Trump mobile headquarters is having problems with their mobile devices. The ones that exist over there. Let's try again. Okay. I guess Trump Mobile was experiencing some kind of EMP blast or something that was shaking the system, so I gave them a little bit of time to cool off here, let the alt recharge, so I then gave them a retry a couple minutes later, and it did work then. Now, once again, just to remind you, the first time I called, they said that the reason the Trump phone hadn't been delivered is because of the government shutdown and they had no estimated date for me. And then when I called last month, they said it'll be ready at the end of the month, in March. So, let's see what they have to say today.
To ensure the highest level of customer care, this call may be recorded for quality control and training
Hopefully it works
purposes.
this time.
Please hold, and our next available representative will be with you shortly.
Okay.
You can also visit our website at www.trumpmobile.com to apply for a new account or access your personal account portal.
I think it's gonna happen again.
Hello, thank you for calling Trump Mobile. This is Sheena. How can I assist you today?
Hi, yes, I was calling to check on the status of my order.
Okay, be happy to check on that for you. Give me just 1 second. Oh, brother, you probably don't have an account yet. Okay, let me try your email. May I have your email, please?
Yes, it's bigcwet@gmail.com.
Okay. Thank you. 1 moment.
If it's causing a problem, I'm just more so checking to see when the phone is supposed to be shipping. I'm just...
Yeah, the majority of the phones have not yet shipped.
The majority?
They're going to pretty much start shipping at the end of this month, but none have shipped as of yet.
But that's... I don't mean to be rude. That when I called...
I was wanting to check.
When I called last month, the representative told me it'd be the end of last month. So are the phones shipping? Like actively shipping?
Some?
Yes. They and then their second batch, they're stating that they're going to be shipping like towards the end of this month. So if you haven't received it yet, then yes, you probably would be part of that shipment.
Okay. Where can I find information on the first batch of shipments? Because the people that I know that have also ordered it haven't received it either. So we've just been kind of concerned about the whereabouts.
Yes, sir. Well, what happened was they had some sort of pushback on the push-out date.
Oh.
So that's why they've been delayed on top of, the shutdown and things like that.
The government shutdown. Oh.
However, when you called last month, what information did you give the other representative?
The same information I've shared with you. And then I called back in December as well, and it was the same information I gave then too. So I don't know why it'd be an issue now. I guess maybe something in the system didn't log it. I'm not really sure.
So yes, let me go ahead and get this submitted for you, sir. I do apologize for the inconvenience, but we'll get this submitted and you'll
Well, that's good. She apologized for the inconvenience at least, right? It's got to count for something.
All right, I appreciate it. But just checking in one more time, you said that phones have been starting to ship out? So I should be in the next batch then if I wasn't in the first batch?
Yes, they were stating that they should get shipped out sometime near the end of the month.
Okay. All right, well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. You have a great day. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Very curious to see if they actually will reach back out in 35 business days about fully setting up the Big C Wet account. That would be fascinating. That's the first time that a customer service rep at Trump Mobile actually bothered to check if I had an account. All the other times they were somehow magically finding bogus information. So, looks like they're beefing up their customer service protocol there. So, we are still at the any day now the Trump phone should be here. Apparently, they've already been shipping some out. I guess they're...
If they had, I feel like we'd see pictures on there or something, no?
Bringing them around on tricycles or something, because it's real slow. I haven't seen anybody receive one, and presumably, according to some data, there were many thousands of pre-orders, and yet not a single piece, not a single morsel of information on someone actually having received one in that first batch the customer service representative mentioned. Now again, as I said in the last two, I don't blame the customer service reps. They're just doing what they're told, and right now it looks like their talking points are, it's coming at the end of the month, or it started shipping and, there's another batch coming at the end of the month. So now it went from any day now to this nebulous end of the month kind of spiel. I don't know if I necessarily believe it.
Does anybody feel like Charlie kind of has Trump derangement syndrome? I feel that way.
But one thing is for sure, the customer service rep this time around actually bothered to look up some of the information I was telling her. I gave her the same stuff I gave the other two, and yet somehow in both of the other cases, they found my accounts and my purchases, which I never made until today, by the way. After the conversation with her, I decided I'll go ahead and put a pre-order down, so that way when we do this song and dance again next month, when inevitably I still haven't seen anyone with a Trump phone, I'll then at least have information for them to pull from, and then they can tell me how it's coming at the end of May, actually. But who knows, maybe this time it really is on its way. Perhaps that T1, that golden nugget T1 unicorn phone is right now in the mail carriers, going out to all the good boys and girls across the globe that have wished upon the star and put down $100 to receive it. And by golly, I can't wait, because now I'm excited to get my hands on a T1 device too. Anyway, that's really about it. So yeah.
Damn.
Island Boy. Did that just send you into a fight or flight response? Yeah, I bet it did.
Has r/politics always been super lefty? They've been left-leaning, yeah, and then it's gotten worse. Everything later, it's gotten worse, space. This is why I was wondering. Schumer takes no action as even far-right calls for Trump impeachment. It's the Senate minority. What can he do? He can't introduce legislation or call for a vote on anything. What is he supposed to do? He literally can't do anything. No? Can you? You need the Senate majority leader to call for votes or to floor or to bring legislation out or whatever, no? Oh, this guy's here. Alternate headline: Majority of Republicans completely fine with the batshit insane behavior. What the fuck do these columnists think Democrats can do? Republicans are using Trump as a shield, allowing him to wreak havoc. The media's like, well done. So what are you going to do about this? The House impeaches, not the Senate. Oh, that's true too. You have to start impeachment from the House as well. Israeli PM Netanyahu says the ceasefire doesn't include Lebanon. Well, my retarded receiver trying to avoid answering the question.
We're gonna take two more questions. I'm sorry, we're gonna have to move on to the next person. I'm sorry, Olivia. As a Jewish state. Olivia, we're going to have to
I'd love
move
to take the
on.
question. I'd love to take the question. Actually, what do you mean by Jewish state?
I feel like
if you can't define the question, I'm not going to answer your question.
We're gonna move on to the next person. Fox News. We're gonna take.
Rip. Jewish majority state, right, is the point. Join Discord so we can go over YouTube comments. Oh, damn, it's 11 o'clock.
Hey, babe.
Oh, hi, what's up?
I want to know, because I watch, well, okay, I don't always watch the YouTube videos because I'm here when they're live, I don't need to watch it twice. But I'm crashing the out. Since when did your comments go mental? Like, actually, they're crazy now.
It's every Israel-Palestine video always gets, like, that's just how it is. That's how it goes.
Okay. But that's a pretty crazy ratio to have 2,000 comments for under 100,000 views. No?
Israel-Palestine really gets the people going.
Okay. Okay. It's a little much.
Yeah. I mean, my guess is it usually gets, or it might have gotten posted some other place as well, but yeah, that's how we do. That's how we do it. That's what the people love. I don't know what to say.
You're playing into it. You're worse than Hassan. You're just doing this now to get views, you son of a bitch.
I'm having it so people are attacking me in my own comment section. How does that help me?
I don't know, engagement.
Yeah, I don't think it works that way because it's not 2001, but...
I can't... Dude, this in your chat just asked me to unban or unblock him on Discord, and the second I open his on Twitter, I open his Twitter profile, and it's the hang glider globalize the intifada as his description. Come on, bro.
Wow. That guy's fucked up. What?
Oh, now they're saying it's a meme because that you had it. Well, how am I supposed to know that?
Wait, I had what?
Remember back when you were Palestine's strongest soldier for a solid, how long was it?
Oh, you mean on the Twitter thing or whatever?
Yeah. All right, well, I trust that I'm not getting scammed here. Okay. How was your day today? Do you feel accomplished?
It's okay. Kind of boring. I woke up really late. I think I was catching up on sleep from the last night, though, so.
This, getting a little frisky out there now, huh? Did you say?
Yeah?
What did I just hear?
This guy just took so much mana from me. It's getting a little frisky out there. Yeah, true.
Yeah, it is getting a little frisky out there. That graph of Israel support kind of wacky. Did you see the there was a newly released Pew poll, but I think it's been like that for a year now, with Democrats kind of globally, or not globally, but like broadly shifting away from Israel.
Oh, in terms of people not necessarily liking them as much anymore?
From the Pew poll, it's pretty significant.
Yeah, I mean, they're not like not doing themselves any favors.
Yeah. No, they're not. But it is strange seeing Republicans like so consistent, at least on the first graph there. I mean, I'm assuming there's been some changes, but yeah, it's actually, maybe not. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell. Is it surprising? Well, just more so disappointing. Like, it's just the whole no Jews, no news. I guess I feel bad for other places that have shit going on, like Ukraine and Somalia and all the other shit. No one really gives a fuck. Iran, etc.
Yeah, that's just how it goes, Sucks for them.
Sudan?
For all of them.
Yeah, it does. I was just thinking, in a hypothetical world, let's say the Jews bought, like the collective Jews, let's say they bought like a island, an uninhabited island from like Greenland or something. Let's say they worked out that deal. And Denmark's like, you know what, fuck it. And everyone left. There wasn't a single person left. I feel like there would still be a way to like not like Greenland was real at that point.
Greenland is real?
Yes, I was making up the new country. Like if Israel moved to Greenland.
Gotcha. Yeah, it seems to be pretty universal, That's why the Nazis always point that out.
Everyone hates the Jews.
Yeah. What are they doing? What are those Jews doing that's getting everybody so...
I think I figured it out.
Uh-oh. Oh, you solved it.
A little bit. It's because they're very sneaky. And they don't proselytize. So it's those two things. And it's like some Freemasons right up in your shit. And you're like, hey, how do I get one of those cool hats? And you're like, fuck you, bitch. You can't. That's my thoughts.
Interesting.
Sneaky and inclusive. I think it's a cool hat. Yeah, you can become a Freemason. Well, you can become Jewish also. Persec, shut the up. This guy, Merc, he has a child. Go take care of your child, Persec, right now, okay? Your child needs a father, and you are abandoning your child. Get out of DGG. Your child needs you, Persec.
Man, you're really going in on that Persec guy.
He needs to take care of that child.
They don't actually have a kid, do they?
They do. And
No,
Persec doesn't even
trolling.
do child support.
He's trolling. Dan is trolling, right?
The truth is we don't know. Boy, that would be some...
Can I do this throbbing domain right now, or is this going to f my shit up?
Imagine that you wake up, you're Persec, and you got a kid with Murkoff the Perk. That's what do you call that? That's a fork in the road of your life, a little bit.
Well,
he says he doesn't have to imagine. See, I told you he does have a kid.
With?
Merc. You're just so bad at being a fake Jew.
Yeah.
You're like the worst. No subathon, no like TTS donations, no like all the funny moments of the past on stream from TTS donations. What, you just allergic to money? Huh?
Yep. I just like to, it's annoying. Someday they'll come back for a little bit.
You won't even sell out for one day. What, you're beyond it?
No, we'll have it at some point. We'll do it. Don't worry.
That means no.
Is that what your mom said? Got him.
What about on Tuesdays? Yeah, TTS Tuesdays.
TTS Tuesdays. Holy shit! It has a
and it's
ring
like
to it.
Now it's not even your idea. It's my idea. It's like you're doing us a favor. You know? Am I wrong?
No, it's a.
By the way, that stupid Vespa board behind you. No one. Stop placating me.
What?
Either move it stage left. Okay.
No, it's Vespang right now. It just Vespa'd.
Yeah.
Or Vested.
And no one can read it. It's
but
retarded.
They like to hear
what
it.
a waste
they like
of
the
money.
noise. They love it.
No, it's a waste
All right, Wrecking Ball,
of
thank you
money.
for the 5 tier 1 subs. What do you mean by money?
To put the message there. First off, I can't even read it. What does it say?
Wait, what?
Hi.
Or what do you mean? Huh? Wait, because you can't read English?
I can read English.
What do you mean you can't read it?
Because we're forced to use Kick if we want to have latency that's not 16 hours.
What do you have to kick?
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
Huh?
On your website, yeah? You're familiar with the website destiny.gg/big screen?
What do you mean?
Well, there's a website. You know what a website is?
No.
Okay. Well, it's this thing.
Yeah.
It goes into a browser, and then there's stuff that comes up. And you have one of these things. I know, it's wild.
It's crazy.
But anyways, on the website that you own, okay, there's these options. You can watch you. I know, it's crazy, right? There's a camera. You can watch you on YouTube or on Kick, okay? Now, what would be your preference for a watcher?
Kick.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
it doesn't have like a 30-second delay, so I'm not like a mega lulling. Everyone's like, what are you talking about?
True.
Okay.
Absolutely true, yeah.
Well, there's a problem. What's the problem?
I don't know. I can't think of one, Dan.
The problem is that the resolution is limited for embed viewers.
Oh, true. Okay. True.
So when there's a message on your board right now, all I see is like partition donada SS mildew, and then a bunch of L's and K's. Like that's what I see. Okay, that's what I can see. Nothing else. That's what everyone can see. So either get rid of the fucking board or at least move it stage left so we can read the goddamn message. Because no one gives a shit. I'm not trying to be too frisky here, but no one cares about what is that? A dying plant and a football?
It's a fake plant, so it'll never die, Dan.
What do you think has more stage presence here? The cool airport sign thingy, or like the doctor's office apparel? It's like I'm waiting to. I'm just saying that as a viewer of your content, I'm displeased. Now I'm not about to go make a Reddit thread about it, but I will say that you've made some decisions that I disagree with.
Okay. Oh shit, you're right. I should redesign my studio tonight. That's what I should do. That's why I have to end my stream.
Ooh. Do you remember before we were coming up with ideas for the studio? I had some nice, it was like the 70s. Don't placate me. Some of those were good.
Yeah, I said, I agree with you.
Right? It was like there was like a shag cart. Oh, that's funny? That's funny.
Swag?
Huh?
Yeah, swag is funny. That is a funny word, yeah.
How about this? Well, first off, you can't redesign the studio because you don't have a third bedroom yet.
I could just use one of my living rooms as a bedroom. Like, technically, I'm an adult. I can do whatever I want, right? I could.
I mean, you can, but you won't, will you?
I don't know. I could. No one's stopping me.
So you have your bedroom. You have.
I could just use that as my
right
studio.
there.
That's a big-ass room.
Is there any way that the room you're in right now could double? Like,
no.
If you throw yourself into a corner?
No, I'm already kind of all doing that. But I could use this as my bedroom and then move everything to the other rooms. That would be,
Ooh. That is true. What's the over/under on doing that?
I don't know. I'll think about it.
I know you're thinking right now. I don't need you. Okay, when I lived in Louisiana, okay.
When did you live in Louisiana? Oh, Baton Rouge.
Yeah. So first off, I was never in Baton Rouge, but that's fine.
You say that all the time.
New Orleans, close enough. But when I was there, there's this thing that's unique to that area is that people don't do things. They're fixing to do something. Okay. So when you say that you're going to think about thinking about something, it doesn't carry a lot of weight. I mean, you would concur with that, right?
Okay.
Well, I asked you a question. Not okay isn't a response to that.
I'm agreeing with you, I think, yeah.
All right. So when I say, what's the over/under on the keeping your current place versus doing the 3-bedroom? What are the thoughts?
20/80 on it, 50/50, I think.
How many square feet you working with?
A lot. It's like, isn't it like 1,200? Or maybe 900?
Yeah, I guess the bedroom would be, or not the bedroom, the living room would be the best option. You probably have a big living room and you probably do all with it. Am I right?
Haven't you been in my apartment? Have you ever been to my apartment before?
I have.
Oh, then you know what my living room looks like.
I watched when ABBA cucked Melina in real time. They love using that against you, remember?
Wait, were you at the apartment?
Yeah.
For what? What were you doing?
Wait, did ABBA actually... Hold on. I'm talking about when he dances with Melina. Is there something I'm not knowing about right here?
Oh, the actual cucking you watched. Good reference.
Is there a second one, a second event I'm not familiar with?
They were in the leaks.
Okay. Well, anyways, I mean, I feel like the living room, I mean, I can't remember it though, but I feel like the living room would be the solution then. Fuck it. Who needs a living room?
Good point. True. Maybe.
I would help you set it up.
Okay. I'll think about it. I'll keep that in my brain. Okay.
Okay. First off, all this placating, I'll think about it. Okay. Et cetera, et cetera. Use it on someone who would take the hint. That's not me. I'll power through. I don't give a shit. I understand what's happening here. I just don't care.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I've got this all.
Yeah.
in my brain. I'm filing it. I'm keeping
That's
it.
right. You leave. You leave. This is my channel. I'm happy to stay here. We can chat about cats all day. Are you more into cats as a result of this game now? Actually, wait. Real serious.
Real serious.
Break. You have to get a cat. Okay? Not in the game, but in real life.
I just feel like I travel too much. I just don't know.
I know, no, but you have to. What type of cat are you going for?
Oh,
like what
I don't
color?
know. Probably the orange Maine Coons or something. I feel like those were spirit animals.
Yeah, but
or whatever.
Like what color though?
I just said an orange Maine Coon.
And only a Maine Coon.
They're
Giant
big cats.
Maine Coon
I
or
like
normal?
big. I mean, like big, pretty big. I don't know about the giant.
I don't. Are you talking about like Honey?
Yeah, or bigger than that. Yeah, or that size.
Honey
bigger. Honey's
was
a big cat.
small. That was not a Maine Coon. If it was like a bitch made.
Or a Maine mutt or whatever. I don't know how many of them are purebreds.
a Maine mutt. Okay, so that's like a domestic house cat that got by a Maine Coon. Then
don't all cats basically get? Yeah, that's kind of how it works in their world, Dan.
I don't know if I mean, what you're saying, there's no consensual cat relationships?
I don't know. They'd hiss at each other and everything when they're seems like no.
Yeah, but I think they hiss because they, like, bite the neck of the other one
Jesus.
or something.
Yeah, and you think they like that?
Well, I don't know. I guess it is a cat rape cat world. You know what? I don't make the rules. Their dicks are barbed? Holy shit.
That's wild. Jeez.
I do want to get a Maine Coon as well. But I am concerned with a few things that I'm just kind of not thinking about because I don't want it to dissuade me from getting one. The first is that I think it's a lot of work and I don't want to do it, which is like the hair and the matting and all that stuff. I feel like that's like that's like a and then you get hair all over everything and you're one of those guys that
you gotta
whenever
brush
you
it
leave the
every
house,
day. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I understand, but then you become one of those guys that whenever you go and do something, you're like the weirdo that has fucking cat hair all over you. And it's like, okay, it's not a good look, you know? So there's that. And I gotta be honest, I feel like when they shit, they're probably gonna get it all over their fur, and who's gonna be cleaning that up? And these things are huge. If you get a real Maine Coon, don't they get to be like 30 pounds plus? These things are taking dog-sized shits, okay?
Jesus.
That
30 pounds?
sorry.
Okay, I don't know. I've never seen a cat that... Was Aslan a Maine Coon?
No.
What kind of cat was he? Do I even know what a Maine Coon is?
Dude, Maine Coons have a very specific, like, retarded face. It looks like you kicked them in the face a little bit.
Aren't they like Maine Coon mutts or whatever?
I mean, there might be mutts, but you've never had a purebred Maine Coon.
No, I didn't mean
huge.
a purebred. I don't think I would buy a purebred cat. I would probably just go and adopt one.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna be like Hassan and go adopt a $1 million dog. They ain't cheap. No one's giving away fucking Maine Coon cats.
And yeah, I'm sorry. When I said Maine Coon, I didn't mean like a pedigree. I've got like the breeding certificate for the 100%.
So you mean just a fucking long-haired domestic
yeah, that's
retard.
what I said. I want a big orange cat. That's all. Didn't I say that? I want a big orange cat. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. That's literally the only cat breed I've ever heard the name of ever, and that's what all big cats
that
are
is the
described to be.
biggest thing.
So whatever the biggest cat is that I can get reasonably, I want a big cat, but not like a huge cat, not like a 30-pound cat. That's crazy.
That's awesome. I want to get a 30-pound cat.
Why is John Favreau? Is that how you pronounce his name? Retweeting Tucker Carlson. Oh my God.
Talking about statement.
These people are retarded. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know what to say, dude. But the state of liberalism is, we're just. What?
Yeah, there's a comic and it's very funny. And it's a dog owner talking to other dog owners and like, what type of breed do you have? And he's like, oh, it's not it's a Dachshund mix or whatever. And then there's a cat owner asking another cat owner, and it's like, what type of cat do you have? And they say orange, and they're a Giga Chad facing when they're saying that.
Okay.
Because we're better than dog owners. Imagine picking up shit for your animal every day and not being able to do anything because the dog might lose its mind. It's like, sorry, I have to go somewhere for a day. Cat's like, do I know you? Dog's like, I'm gonna kill myself.
My cats miss me. Okay, and they know me. They call for me by name.
I mean, my cats like me. I'm a cat whisperer. Cats from across the neighborhood come to see me. I'm like a stop on their tour. Jumbo72, Dan, imagine having a loving, loyal animal who can defend you. Yeah, you say that. You know what you are? You are the living embodiment of the meme.
Oh wait, is that a dog
like,
owner?
Yeah, it is.
You know my favorite dog owner video? Have you seen the one with dog owners attacked dog food? Have you ever seen these before?
No. I don't know what you're talking about. I do want to get a haircut from that guy that you showed on stream the other day.
Dogs choosing food over their owners, like at number 3.
No! Dogs tested.
When a masked intruder kicks down a door in Minneapolis.
Bro, I just need the I don't need a commentary on it.
Well, those are the worst. We run into this a lot in the thing. Not a fan.
Oh, that's a loyal doggo. Is this one loyal? Wait. Oh no, not a good one. Not a good one. Oh no.
You know, this is why cats are better.
Bro. Some of these dogs are. Well, those are the dogs. They're never going to protect you guys.
Yeah, a cat's better because a cat, you know, is not going to give a fuck, and you're not going to give a fuck. And that's why it's about you're not counting on them. You have to make your own plans. The cat's like,
everybody's honest about where they stand, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. Like a cat is like, yo, I'm going to do my shit. I'll do your shit. If we see each other, that's cool. If not, no big deal. You know what I'm saying? I got some business meetings, but I might be free around like Thursday later if you want to hang out for a bit. But aside from that, I really, you know, it's good. It's good. It's like a chill, it's a business relationship. But I was going to say before, where the guy with the dog thing about it, it's like, okay, I have to remember. What did they say that pissed me off? It was something about Democrats, and it'll be like, why vote? You need to light a Walmart on fire and then not light the Walmart on fire. That's like you saying, imagine having a dog that will not protect you or will. But I bet you have like a one of these retard dogs that will do nothing. That's you.
Ooh.
Okay, you have like an 8-pound dog.
Ooh,
that would get
big call
kicked
out
like a football
from Big Dan there. Wow.
Not really a big call out.
No, that was a big call
Just
out.
most likely.
That was a big
Most
call
people
out.
have small dogs.
It's okay to have big call outs, Dan.
I don't think that will. I mean, I can do bigger call outs.
Oh, really? Let's hear it.
Gotta think of a good one though. Thinking and go and because a call out has to be against a person, right?
Okay.
Only Brian. Dan, good luck attacking my house. My 70-pound dog hates everyone. First off, why would I attack your house? I would attack you. What am I gonna like show up and start beating up your garage door?
Oh, you
Stupid.
wouldn't, pussy?
Second, okay, if your dog hates everyone, then I'll just have it be like, hey, dog, only Brian's inside. Go attack them. And he would hate you because you are another person. You know, what's his deal with Darius going to Miami, by the way? People keep like sending me meme images and it's frightening me.
I have no idea. Is he supposed to be going to Miami? Or coming to Miami, I guess?
I don't know.
I'm not aware of that, if he is.
I'm not aware of that either.
Sounds like fake news then.
God, that Darius investment I made, since you guys bring that up, it was probably one of the best deals in the history of deals that I've ever done. Like 30% of Darius, it's been like 7 years now, unironically. It is so good of a deal. You guys are delusional.
What is the deal?
Well, I gave him 10 grand 7 years ago for 30% of all of his revenue for the life of his streaming career.
Yeah.
How much cash have I gotten? At least 100,000. The gambling stuff is really, really big. That's good. Like he's doing really well on the gambling stuff. Listen, he went into this with his eyes wide open. Ask him about it. He'll tell you that I've been very helpful to his career and that he would change nothing. I guarantee you. If you say, Darius, would you go back and undo this deal? He'd be like, no, I'm very happy. I did one of those, what did ABBA say? Those record label deals. that was a crazy conversation, brother. Ask Dan if he took Darius's passport. No, I didn't. But I get very upset when he gets arrested because that's, I can't count on that money coming in if he's in jail. Then again, I guess you could smuggle him a phone inside there. Is there any Twitch streamers from jail?
I don't think they would let you have a phone in there. Just a guess,
Dan, that's actual slavery. You can't sell your future career for perpetuity. You can. It's because of the way that I've worked it out. Like technically, I am the legal owner of Darius Enterprises LLC. Like I own his Kick account, and I say his Kick account. I own my Kick account that he uses. Right. So if he wants to start over under a new name that's not Darius IRL, that's something that we can discuss. We have one of those rent provisions that Steve has. But
they emailed me another thing today saying I owe them $800.
Oh, that's a lot better. What did you say to get the?
Well, I emailed them like 4 days ago saying, hey, I was told that I wouldn't have to do this.
So
they never But they never replied, but they just sent me that today, so that's good.
Someone must have told them, oh, there's a fucking Jew on the line now. All right, never mind. Forget it. It is kind of crazy they were trying to get the whole thing from you, though.
I mean, my guess is maybe they just hadn't gone through it yet or something. I don't know.
Okay, studio stuff. Let's talk shop.
No, I'm way too tired of not
You're not tired.
having
Look at
this
you.
conversation right now.
But are you thinking, let's take small parts?
The thing, what I will probably
the wood
do is if I
paneling.
move from here, if I'm not going to another state, I'd probably move over to Brickell. That would be the thing I would probably do.
What do you like more about Miami versus Miami Beach? Though?
Closer to the airport, I can actually...
By what? By how many minutes?
Probably 10
5?
minutes?
No.
Okay, 7 minutes, but also like with traffic, like that's a pretty big deal.
Being in Brickell, the traffic's got to be friskier though, because you're right near an artery highway.
Yeah,
right?
that I would have to basically cross anyway coming from Miami Beach.
Okay.
So
all right, well, moving for
traffic.
Moving for 6 to 7 minutes seems a little frisky, but okay, fine.
It's closer.
We don't drive anywhere. We don't drive anywhere. We know that. Let's not use that as an excuse. Neither of us go anywhere.
I go to the airport. Okay, number one.
Besides the airport.
Yes.
But
Okay.
don't you take an Uber there?
Yes.
Okay.
But
So
I have traffic in the Uber. It still is driving, right? It's susceptible to traffic, right?
How many flights a month you taking?
Well, this month 0, but I don't know. Generally, I don't know.
Previous months,
anywhere
average.
from 1 to 5. Average? I don't know. I'm a Platinum
Okay,
Plus
so
member on
we're
American Airlines, and I don't
min-maxing-
have a special card for it, so I fly that much.
Okay, so we're min-maxing for.
I didn't say I was
what?
min-maxing. That was one
Half
reason.
hour?
It's nice to be
Half
closer
hour
to
a
the
month.
airport. Number one.
Okay.
Number
okay.
two, it's nicer to the rent will be cheaper, maybe significantly So
I
number
actually
two,
don't know if that's true.
It will absolutely be true. Number two, and then number three, I actually have like a ton of places that I can walk to which is nice. So I can go to the movies. I can walk to get food, a ton of different food.
Well, you live in a shit spot for that, no doubt.
Every place in Miami Beach is not that great. Not compared to Brickell.
Well, I mean, it depends.
Unless you want me to move to
that's
Lincoln
fine.
Road, but that completely eviscerates your affordability argument.
How much are you looking to spend for how many bedrooms?
I don't know, but I could probably get a nice 3-bedroom in Brickell for less than $6K a month would be my guess.
Okay.
As opposed to right here, I'm
all right.
paying. This is everything is more expensive here too. Like the food, the groceries, literally every single thing is more expensive here too. So.
Okay, fair enough. I'm trying to think what else. So you're gonna figure out soon what's happening. When's this magical date when it's like Brickell versus Miami Beach?
Well, my
Someplace
court
else?
case gets figured out.
Oh, so we could be here for years then.
Maybe, but my lease doesn't until technically like November, so it's not like a rush.
Okay, well that's good. You're probably still a fan of those wooden slat things, aren't you, for the wall?
I guess. Why?
No, I was just saying you're a fan of it. That's all.
Just randomly.
I think that you can build something great. Okay, something that's never been seen before. The world has never seen. They're going to say it's the greatest, most innovative set. That is something that you could do. But what I don't want to see is a copy paste of something else. So you gotta get creative. You gotta say, what type of wacky shit can we do? You know? I don't have the answer.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Okay.
What is the latest from the court stuff? Tell us everything, please.
Nothing. I'm just waiting, like always.
Okay.
Pretty boring. Pretty annoying.
When is there? Well,
I mean, the
I
court
guess-
date is supposed to be May. Well, the next thing that absolutely has to happen, where something absolutely has to happen, is May 10th or no, May 12th. I think is our pre-trial call or whatever meeting, where us and the court all have to get together and I guess I don't know, tell each other we're for sure going to trial in 5 days or something. But I don't know what that means because there's no way we're doing trial without party depots and without anything. So I'm either waiting for the judge right now to approve our motion for summary judgment, or I'm waiting for him to open discovery again so that they can go depose Melina, and then we can depose me and Pixie. Which
how would that? I am curious about this. The spousal privilege. How would that even work?
Or you can just say you have spousal privilege, and not do a deposition if she wanted to.
Okay.
Which I imagine she would do. Like if she was going to cooperate with them, I feel like she would have just done it for free or whatever, right? Instead of having to make them go through all the paperwork and everything. So my guess is she wants nothing to do with any of this. But this is just more ways that they can kind of slow everything down and bog everything up. Yeah.
That's frustrating.
Yeah.
How many pages do you think this manifesto will be when it's all said and done?
I mean, it depends.
Let's just
on
say
what
it's
a
all
page
wrapped
is.
up. It's wrapped up today. Done.
It'll be
Case
the
dismissed.
it'll be the longest one I've done so far for sure.
How long do you think it'll take you to do it all, to write it all, to get the
To like
and also
actually
to
like
put
sit down
together-
and really do everything, assuming I was doing it like 8 hours
Yeah.
a day, my guess would be about a week or less. I can churn out a
man.
lot if I sit
So-
down and like.
So there's
really-
like 40 hours of shit here to go through.
There's a ton
at
of.
least.
There's so much stuff. Yeah.
There's. Do you have clever names for the chapters?
I'll make sure the presentation is nice. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, Mr. Girls was fake long because he just like included a billion chat logs. That's cheating a little bit.
Sure. True.
All right. Well, I feel like I've kept you here as long as I possibly can. A thankless job that no one else really appreciates.
Don't worry, the chat appreciates you, Dan.
I don't think so. I read those YouTube comments. I know how they really feel. So
those are just the YouTubers. Okay.
It is. It makes me not want to read another YouTube comment again. That is some crazy shit in there, bro.
The Palestinian dudes are really on the internet. They're really.
Why are they on your channel?
They go
Why
everywhere,
are they
bro.
on your channel?
They get the call and they got to go out and.
I don't understand. It's like I've been watching Destiny for years. Why doesn't he kill Dan Saltman? It's like, bro, what the fuck? What is happening? Where do these people come from? Instantly. Persec, you have a child with Merc. Go take care of your fucking child. Stop chatting in DGG. I just don't know where they came from. Okay, that's it. It is crazy.
What do you want me to say? It's not good.
Well, at least they hate you through proxy, through me. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay.
Yeah, true.
It's just so.
Go talk to Netanyahu and tell him to chill on things. You know.
Who upvotes shit? Who comments on YouTube videos? What weird people do this?
Only
I
the
feel
ones
like
that
I've
hate you.
commented
The
on,
most anti-Semitic ones.
It's just like, god damn, bro. I will say Israel sucks with their social media strategy. They have none.
Oh, that's the only criticism you have of them. Is their social media strategy? Just
I didn't
to be
say
clear.
it was my only criticism.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
Immediate.
That's what everyone in chat heard.
So you misheard.
Is that how you'd characterize it?
Well, I didn't say the word only.
Interesting.
Okay. Well, if they were actually doing that $7,000 check shit, I feel like, some of this stuff would be a little bit less crazy out there. They need to get their, I guess they need the money. I don't know. Can I really hate them? Just, come on, throw some dollars around, Israel. What the fuck, bro?
Oh, you're not getting your $7,000 a month check or whatever?
Dude, if there's been people who have been getting paid for years, months, anything, I'm going to be pissed. That's unbelievable that people, because I guarantee it's going to be some stupid shit like the tenant media, people putting out videos to like 800 viewers, getting $7,000 a month. And it's like, okay, really? This is what we're dropping dimes on? This shit? I'm out here making interactive video games about anti-Semitism. They're getting memes made of them, and I'm not getting a dollar. Israel, they suck. They're not supporting their artists, their creators. Where is the arts endowment from Israel?
It's called Hollywood. Got him. What? Problem?
No, it's okay. I have a feeling.
Yeah?
I have a feeling that 90s clothing is going to come back in style, and that means that is so big because I really like wearing baggy pants as opposed to like super tight pants. It's just like the sooner we go back, it's just, oh man, it already has your late. Oh, look at all the hipsters in chat. Like, how mad are you guys when your indie bands start playing for FIFA in the video games, huh? I bet you get mad as shit. Bust out my Jenko jeans? I will. I used to have a pair. You weren't a real millennial if you didn't have a pair.
What are Jinko jeans?
They're the best jeans ever. JNCO.
Okay. Take your word for it.
You've never seen them? Really?
Oh, I probably have. If you're saying they're the best ever, I just don't know the name.
They're a little much. I'm going to be honest. Okay, they're not the best ever, actually.
Okay.
It was way too much. Actually, I'm going to revise my previous statement. That was, at the moment, it felt like a good idea, but in reality, not very practical and difficult to manipulate yourself with. And it was just a lot of weight. Like, it was like wearing parachutes on your pants. It was too much, and it was thick denim. It was a good quality, though. It was a good quality. I think I bought my pair at Pacific Sun. I believe that's the name of the store.
Okay, it was a pretty quick walk back, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, not that big. That was too big. I'll take half that. I might have a picture of me wearing them somewhere. Unironically, Jenko jeans are $100 at vintage stores now. Well, yeah, because it probably uses 15 meters of fabric of denim.
Yeah, cool. Well,
did you see that calculator I made?
No. Why is it sick?
Well, I don't know. I was curious if it was useful to you.
Oh, I haven't looked at it in depth yet, but
it's been like 2 hours trying to reverse engineer that shit. I think I have it. I think you're actually probably more correct with how you assume things work than mine. I think there's only like a 10% multiplier.
Wow.
Based
Chad
on
has
engagement.
no clue what we're talking about, so now they're gonna hate you.
I'm keeping it that way because they've been mean to me.
Good.
Now they don't get to know.
True. Okay, base. I love you all. Be careful.